Hello everyone, welcome to the Blender Expert series. This is the first episode of the Blender Expert series and today we are going to learn the basics of the Blenders. This is the basic interface which we see after the installation of the software. First of all, we click on the general. On default, we see a camera, a cube and the light. This all interface might be looking very complex, but we will learn all of these things step by step. We start from this corner. This is indicating us the color circles, indicating as X, Y and Z axes. These axes are used to rotate the world. Let's click, and these are used to see the different aspects of our object from the top view, from the bottom view and from the side views. These are used to rotate the world and to see the object. And other way is using the middle mouse button. Press the middle mouse button and drag your mouse to the sideways and up and down to rotate the world. The next one is zoom button. Click on it and drag the mouse upward or downward for zoom in and zoom out. The alternate way is using the middle mouse wheel. Rotate the wheel upward or downward for zoom in and the zoom out. The next one, this hand icon, this is used to grab the world. You can see this is moving the whole world. This entire grid is called the world. And the alternate way using the keyboard or mouse is pressing shift from the keyboard and middle mouse button. This is doing the same task as this hand was doing. The next one is the camera view. When you click, you come to the camera view. For coming into the camera view, you must have camera in your scene. Let's see. I am going for this. Click on this and press X on the keyboard to delete this. When now I click on this icon, this is not going to the camera mode because I don't have camera in my scene. I will press Shift A and will add a camera. Now camera is added in the scene. I will press 0 from the numpad, or I will press this icon. This will keep me to this view, camera view. The shortcut from the keyboard is pressing 0. If your numpad 0 is not working, then go to the edit on the top bar, click on the edit, then preferences, and then the first box in the input. In input menu, click on this box, check box, come to the down 3 lines and save preferences. Okay, now your numpad 0 will start working. And the last one is the grid, and this is used to switch between the different modes of the grid. This is not much usable. This was all from this side's icons. Now we come to the left side and see all of these functions one by one. The first one is the selection box. This is used to select the object, and if there are multiple objects, these different tabs are used to select the multiple object. These are not as much used. The most used is the box selection, which we will see in this detail. And I am going to add another object, Shift A from the keyboard, as you can see from this icon. I press Shift A from the keyboard from the mesh and I add a cylinder. Press G from the keyboard and I move it to the side. Now this is the selecting. Now when I come to this point and hold and press, this will show me select box, select circle and select lasso. The most easy way is select box. We draw box and select multiple things. The next one is a draw circle. This is circle and we can select things by circle. And the last one is select lasso. We draw the shapes and select multiple things. The most easy one is the box selection. Most widely used in the modeling process in the Blender software is the box selection. Our next icon is the cursor. Cursor determines the location of the new object added. Currently our cursor is at the vert origin. You can see this is in the center point. All the new object added will appear here. But when we change the position, let's see, I brought it to this point. Now I am going to the keyboard, pressing Shift A, adding a new sphere. This is appeared here. This cursor is used to add object at different location in the world, and if we want to bring it back in the world origin, we press Shift S from the keyboard. I am going and this option, cursor to the world origin. Now this is in the world origin. And our third point is the move button. This is used to move object at different places and in different axes, on y-axis, on x-axis, and on z-axis. When we select the object, all these axes will appear when this is clicked on this icon. And the alternate way using the keyboard is by pressing the G. When we press, then when we move the mouse, this is moving along with our mouse, and we can see in the property tab that all its location along the x, y, and z axis is changing when we are moving it. You can see there in the property tab. This was the move button. The next one is the rotate button, and the shortcut for moving in the axis is when we press GX, this will move only in the x-axis. When we press GY, this will move only in the y-axis, and we when press GZ, this will move only in z direction. This was the shortcut from the keyboard. You must keep in mind all the shortcuts, because mostly shortcuts are used. We are not going in this tab in our modeling process, and we are using the shortcut in our next work. So the next one is the rotate. This is used to rotate along the axis. Y-axis it is rotating, along x-axis it is rotating, and along z-axis. The color indicate which axis we have. Z, this blue type, X for the red color, and Y for this green color. And from the color we can see along which axis we are going to rotate this. And the next one is our scale. This is used to scale object in different axes. Red for the x-axis, we press it, hold the mouse button, left button, and move the mouse for different sizing. We can see the size is changing accordingly. And the shortcut from the keyboard is pressing S button. When we press S from after selecting, when we selected this, press S, this is, and similarly as for the G, SX, this will only go into the X direction, and SZ, this will go into the Z direction, and SY, this will scale into the Y direction. This was about the scale. The next one is the transform. It contains all the things: scale, rotate, and the transformation. It is moving also, it is rotating also, and this is also used for the scaling. This contains all these three properties. Next one is annotation. This is used to draw anything. You can see this is drawing things. Our next one is the measurement tool. This is used for making the 3D printed models which have definite length and width. So you can see this is showing us the exact width of our cube, and similarly we can check for other things. This is giving the diameter of our cylinder. This is used for the measurement of different. And the last one is a draw thing. With this one, click, and this one, this is used to draw things. This was all from the left side icon, and in next part we are going and moving toward our tab icons.